叽喳哈秀，你好，很欢迎你们大家在收看我们的节目。今天我们节目第46集呢，我们请了个特别的来宾。但是呢，我们有一个特别的节目，我们要介绍一下。我们2月3号，我们有一个活动，我们有个 DM for 那个 event， 所以欢迎弟兄姐妹2月3号的下午6点钟来参加我们的节目。这节目很特别，有牧师特别的祷告，还有我们有一些餐点，我们可以大家在这边一起的为年度的开始、新年来祝福祷告。我们请 James 呢，也真的跟我们一起来，正式来主持今天的节目。我们今天呢要介绍是 Michael Jackson 的老师，他是舞蹈老师，他也是一个音乐家，他也是爵士历史的一个学家。那他从1974年呢就开始学习跳舞。那他在这个他的演艺生涯当中，他不只是跳舞而已哦，他还会拍电影，他会写剧本，他还会画动图，所以他的电脑也是非常的好。那因为我们跟他认识也很久，也是好朋友，所以我们常常在拍 party 的时候也是一起。那他常也跟很多的名人、很多的歌手，还有拍了很多的有名的电影。
Hello everyone, welcome to the 46th episode of Jija Hot Show. Thank you, Grace, for the Chinese introduction. Today we have a very special guest, and he's known to have taught Michael Jackson, the legend, how to dance. And we have Chester Whitmore. He's a multi-talented person, done movies, dance, known as ho-hos, and then worked with many known
celebrities.
Miles Davis,
Lionel
Hampton, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, MC Hammer.
Yes, all the old guys.
Yeah, so
all the way from the old business of show business. Anybody from the realm of old Hollywood or show business, well, in the music and jazz era, and as well as Michael. I was one of Michael's choreographers. Mm-hmm. His main choreographer was Vince Patterson and Michael Peters, but I came along when they did the Smooth Criminal. I was one of the assistants on the Smooth Criminal with Michael, and Michael was always the type of person that loved old nostalgic, the nostalgic era, that type of thing. And he liked the old musicals, like, what's the Fred Astaire, that type of thing. So I came in on that because I was teaching him the vernacular form. And he had many other great choreographers on there that did the popping and the locking at that time and stuff. But as far as the stuff that I worked with is the veterans, the legends, the old legends of the music era.
Be a little bit more detailed, like what specifically type of dance?
Okay, we talk about, I educate, I educate kids and of this generation, the hip hop. Everybody loves the hip hop, but they don't know the style it's called vernacular jazz dance. Vernacular jazz dance is a form of dance that is the original dance of where all popping, locking, and all the generation of the dances, because it goes all the way back to the 1800s. That style of dancing is like from 1867. That's a lot. It goes way back. Even in the cakewalk era. The cakewalk was a dance they did on the plantation with a series of kicks that was all involved in it. And that realmed out from the cakewalk, it realmed out into a dance called the Charleston. And Charleston was a dance form that spread all over the world. I mean, everywhere. It had, not only in the States, but all over Europe, Asia, everybody wanted to do the Charleston. The steps that you see today, the kids are doing, the hip hop stuff, is the Charleston, but they don't know it. They don't know it, And the Charleston came out, and then after the Charleston was the breakaway, and it was called the late hot jazz era. And then it goes into the swing. Like everybody, America was doing ballroom, it's that type of thing. But original for that form of American dance was swing and jazz and tap. They would come out and they would swing out. The music would be swinging. That was the main king of jazz and swing. Then it moved from there to rhythm and blues, which became rock and roll, which became soul music, and which became disco, that type of thing. And then after that, it was the pop, and then after that, it was the locking, and then from after that, it was waving and ticking. Then the B-boys came in the 80s and the 90s, and we got house music and everything. But that, I'm just saying it quick because there's really, in the form of vernacular form of jazz dance, there are 1,500 styles of dance.
Wow.
Wow.
1,500. And then you take them in consideration of, you split them, nucleus, and their dances within categories, okay? Like you were saying, where I go back to, 1800s. We talked about, say the cakewalk, all right? I can show you, okay. Can I show you a demonstration? I'll
Sure.
give a quick demonstration. Okay, cakewalk goes like this. It looks something like this. The cakewalk was very studious because you got to notice one thing. Really, America did not have no dance. They had to borrow, until the plantation came out, and they was seated with this form of dance. The minuet was really strict and up, and they would ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, and they move around like this. While the plantation owners would be going around doing it. The Afro-Americans would take that and break the movement down here instead of kicking, and they would jive, kick, kick, kick. It's real studious. Kick, 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 double time, double time, double time, double time, double. Corkscrew, corkscrew, bop, corkscrew, bop. These are all dances that were evolved out of that time. The strut. Then that kick became more circular from the 1800s, 1900s into the 20s. And that was the cool thing. This kick became shop do shop. See, that little bounce is still there. From this to this. Shop. Ooh.
That became a boogie woogie.
Yeah, there you go. Now, see, he got it. He got it. That's another form of dance. You see, that's it. And the Charleston, many kind of things came around out of the Charleston. It was like, that was called the downtown Charleston. Uptown Charleston was different. Shop, boom, shop, boom, shoot, shop, boom, shop, bob, boom, bam. That was Uptown Charleston. Then we had a thing called the Scarecrow. You go, hit, doom, it's hit, Scarecrow. Or Around the World. Da 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 da. Different form. And then you had a partner, you would swing. Out of the swing, you take these kicks, spin your partner around. There was floor steps. There was a thing called air steps. It was crazy. A gentleman named Frankie Manning created the first air step. You take your partner, you dance, and you take her and throw her in the air. And she'll go up, and she'll come back the other side. But sometimes you can leapfrog over them, but sometimes you take a partner and flip them. Her head will go here, grab her waist, come here, and her head will come up, down your back, and I grab her back here and bring her back in.
Wow.
That was one of the first aerials. Mr. Frankie Manning invented that. And I had the pleasure of working with him before he passed away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was 100. These dancers, it's weird. They lived a long time. I said, what is the secret? What is the secret? But longevity. But you can see how the dances changed. Then the rock and roll started coming in. Some of these vernacular forms of dances changed into a whole thing, like the kids do the the waving, but that was called eccentric dancing in 1938. The eccentric. So everything new, was old, it's new again. It's just the music changed.
Right.
The music changes up, and it shifted, It shifted into a lot of different forms, and you have to understand what that is. Everything from visual to adagio pieces, and the music tells you where to go. Now, of course, in American foreign dances, it was always buck dancing, which we call today tap dancing. Okay, tap dancing related to your shoe, and it comes from the drum. I always ask for everybody, what is the most powerful instrument out there, related instrument in everybody, not only in Afro-American states, but all over the world? Can you tell me?
Drums?
Bingo, one. And?
The bass.
The bass. The bass. Okay. Those are the dynamic thing. One creates a harmonic, a harmony, a blanket, while the other one is a beating like a heartbeat. But it's also, it beats in syncopation that you can communicate. You can hear. The only rhythms, if you understand certain rhythms, you learn the alphabets. It Morse code and different things. The rhythm. The rhythm. Once you understand what certain things, you take that. They took that and then inverted it into the music, and it became a very rhythm. And that was called the time step. The time step.
I have a question.
Yes.
因为他得过的那个福音奖，那我想要知道说他在信主的过程跟他的舞蹈是怎么样的一个过程。
In your long-lasting career, you're a man of faith, right?
Huh?
You're a man of faith.
My mentors?
Yeah, you have faith.
Oh, yes, I have faith.
So how does that help you through your career and dancing? How does that help?
By faith, you got to have faith. Those who don't have faith is a lost soul or a lost person. You got to have faith in what you're going to do in the world of dance. Dancing, a lot of people in modern days in spirituality, because dance is spiritual gospel, or we call it the hymns, gospel hymns. Very powerful in the world of dance. A lot of churches and people usually forbidden dances inside of a church. No dancing. Don't have dancing. But they don't understand that is part of the scripture. What was that? David danced with all his might in front of the Lord, right? That's first. I told my friend, that guy danced so hard, his clothes fell off. I said, my goodness gracious, clothes. I call it the first strip tease. Oh my God. But I'm just saying, dancing, we had all types of dancing. Dancing for rain, dancing for agriculture, but you pray. There's spiritual dancing, what we call now today, we call it praise dancing. The praise dance is very, very powerful. And I believe in, a lot of that. When you have, like I said, I told the first, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Was it music or was it movement? You see, you sit back and think, well, gotta have that. I said, come on. God created something very miracle when he created man and woman. Excuse me, I don't let nobody get beat up. I learned how to do that. When he created man and woman, God created a living entity, and its movement, its dance. You can't have sound without vibration.
True,
Movement.
That's true.
And it moves to different things. Low vibrations, high vibrations, characteristics. The sound moves from the smallest thing to wide frequencies to the lowest frequency. I mean, those are things that people say. Yes, I do believe I have to have faith. And it helps you have to have faith within yourself. A lot of people, their morale is down, very, very, very down. And I said, no, you could do a lot if you just open up. You got to open up and have faith within yourself. You know, when I started dancing, I was a storyteller. I write and did like comic books, and I got into filmmaking. I wanted to be a filmmaker. At the age of 11, I was editing.
Wow.
Yeah, I was editing film, the old-fashioned film. We didn't have digital stuff. It was analog, the old moviola. And you take the film, it could be 16 millimeter, 35. Here, in the soundtrack, magnetic sound would be here. The sound is 16 frames in front, and the picture's here. So I had to cut here, and I got to cut here. And then I splice it and make sure that scene works. I learned that, and I wanted to find out what I wanted to do. And that led me into watch motion pictures, storytelling, how to make pictures work. And then that led me into the world of dance. And the dancing was, I was looking at the movement, and it's just like a singer. They can reflection themselves through their vocal and the tone, the voices, and the harmonics. Some is very pleasant, some could be shocking. But dance is the same thing. You just change using your body and moving your body into tones can make it really just flow. And so, yes, the gospel thing and spiritual is very, I believe in that, very dynamic. And if it wasn't for the higher being pushing me into a certain way, I wouldn't have found out a way of saying, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't even know I can dance. I didn't.
Okay, I have another question. 就是要问他说他是怎么样进入好莱坞里面，后来参与这样的一些演艺事业的。
How do you get involved with Hollywood?
等一下请他表演。
Oh, well, I got involved in Hollywood when I started dancing. I was doing these lot of things through Los Angeles, and then some of the producers were looking at, there's this guy that does older dances. I was like the only choreographer that was specialized in older forms of dancing. And that led me to music videos. My first music video was Weird Al Yankovic. I did all of his. Big Muddy, I did Rick James. Tina Marie, Commodores.
Oh, wow.
A lot. Even all the way up to the latest, not only the older style, but the older and the new kids stuff. My latest ones I did today, it was, what's this young lady named Doja Cat?
Oh, okay.
Okay, if you look at it, we did the music for the Elvis Presley movie.
Oh, wonderful. Don't you have a clip today that you brought
Oh, yeah, I got some clips. I brought some clips of my first group in the late 70s, early 80s. We were the first group that did jazz dance all over the world, 15 years straight. We did 33 numbers back to back, 2 hours, 17-minute
Wow.
show.
Can we play that clip?
Me to do a tap, and this is what you see right now is you're gonna see a segment with my band. That's my small band, my orchestra. I have a big band too, 18-piece.
Oh, wow.
You see. Now this tempo is extremely fast.
Now look at you go.
My hair was black then. Now you see the interpretation. You hear the guitar playing, right? Now that kind of dancer is interpreting the guitar stuff. Yeah. Double around the world. Not one side, just both. Moving so fast.
Oh, yeah.
And interpreting the bass. And this is the shout chorus.
I see.
That's now these are harder steps that comes in.
That's a whole lot of energy.
It's fast. When we learned it, everybody said, what is it? I was learning very slow, very slow. And then he said, I said, now this is the real tempo. And I put it on, everybody said,
That's amazing. Now, besides Doja Cat, what else are you working on currently?
right now, I'm about to do my other international tour that I do workshops.
Mm-hmm.
I will be in Greece, London, Yugoslavia. Oh, I got Bangkok called me up.
Wow.
I will be in Bangkok.
Awesome.
And so I have that, and I recently, right now, my dancers are rehearsing for the halftime game, the Super Bowl game.
Oh.
They were Usher.
Usher, okay.
Yeah, I taught him 5 forms of dances. Yeah. And there's a commercial out called Team Up for Excellence, Usher, a Remy Martin commercial. I don't drink, but I mean, it's Remy Martin.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I'm doing my little cameo role, and I have that. And then I had a movie I just did with Tyler Perry called A Jazz Man's Blues.
Interesting.
And hopefully, the ending of the summer, I'm doing a thing for the family kids, for kids, education for kids.
Oh, wow.
And they wanted to do some jazz, authentic jazz dances with what did the nursery rhyme jazz section is. I said, oh, I had some steps for that. They were like, what? So it's a film called Jitterbugs. It's going to come out, hopefully.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
We're going to film it this year, and will be released, hopefully. I say it will be released. See, that's what I gotta say. Always
Positive thinking.
correcto.
Always projected.
Yeah. Bam, and it will come, because that's my whole life has been like that. My whole life, the guys, my students said, "How you know you're gonna do this?" He said, "It's gonna happen," but I don't see it. You don't have to see it. Just throw it out there, and it's gonna focus. It's gonna come to you. Nothing comes to you unless you take that first step. And you take that first step, and then it go, and you go 2 steps, and then it go 2, 3 steps, and it go, and it gets closer and closer and closer and closer.
Oh. Wonderful. Can we see more of your dance?
Yeah, well, dance, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Can
do
we
it.
cue up his track and...
Okay. Let's see some music. Let me show you something. Come on, I need you to,
Oh.
real quick.
Okay.
Go end it off. Okay, first of all, we're gonna rock. We go, sha, da, da, hey, da, da, hey, da, do, yeah, da, do. Ha!
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.